So a few days ago, Rare released a trailer at the Xbox Showcase for the new Sea of Thieves Season 17, which is all about smugglers. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about my thoughts on it, what's coming out, and all of that kind of stuff. So we don't have too much, but in the trailer, it said there's going to be a new faction, the Smugglers League. So first of all, I'm not sure, is this going to be like the Bilge Rats, a kind of secondary Bilge Rats, or is this going to be a proper faction like the Gold Hoarders and the Order of Souls, where you can earn up to 50 in the past, or, now 500 levels 4? That's really, I think, the key distinction. Is it even going to be a full faction in the first place, or is it going to be kind of similar to Lorena and Duke, what they had, where they just gave you voyages, they gave you kind of Bilge Rat voyages? It really could be either of them, so I'm not sure what it's going to be. I do kind of hope it's a fully fledged proper faction, because that means we're going to get a lot more voyages and more stuff like that. But they haven't really announced too many voyages. So they said you can embark on new smuggling voyages, which will revolve around retrieving and transporting certain items, such as explosive barrels, rum, and firearms. Now, what I do hope is that this involves like actual stealing. So you have to go to certain locations in Sea of Thieves, which are guarded by NPCs. It would be really cool if you had to fight actual human NPCs for the first time, rather than having to just fight skeletons. I think if there could be a stealth system added into this, where you have to sneak around people, and it's not just guaranteed, you don't just walk to a location, have a set fight, etc. It would be nice if they built in the new stealth mechanics that they added to the game, where you could silently take out people, silently take out NPCs, or just sneak past and then get this loot. So maybe you'll have to go past enemy territory, is what it seemed like in the trailer. Maybe you'll have to do this, but who knows? If it's just another retrieval voyage, I think that would be quite disappointing. They've also said that there's going to be a ton of new loot, and they call it explosive new loot. So what I can only assume is they're going to be adding potentially more gunpowder kegs. Maybe that's going to be one of the things they add, maybe explosive rum, who knows. I think, to be honest, the update does seem very interesting. I think adding a new faction to the game will be useful, and I think people have been wanting to see a proper pirate faction in this pirate game for quite a while, because the Gold Hoarders is, but it's not really pirating. If this is the first truly kind of piratey kind of vibe they've ever added when it comes to a proper faction. And there's been a very mixed response to this. So people have been saying that they are worried to be more of the same, and there are a lot of people who are saying they're very excited for how this update will look and how it will progress. Now, as I said, if this does focus on the game's stealth mechanics, which it does look like it's going to, and expand them and enhance them and focus on them heavily, I think that'll be very, very cool. But honestly, this update could go a number of ways. So I'm personally excited for this. But I do understand people's kind of worry, because this could be almost a make or break for the next basically year of Sea of Thieves. If this is a really fun, if it's a totally new faction, it's a fun faction, and a plethora of new voyages and new loot and new ways to play, then it's going to bring loads of old players back, it's going to bring new players in, it's going to be a really positive update for the community. However, if this is just effectively reskin Bilge Rats, reskin mercenary voyages that are just that, just literally mercenary voyages over and over again, I think people will get very sick and tired of them. I remember playing when the original mercenary voyages came out, and I found that they were very, very fun, but I do think that they did get repetitive, and if you did them over and over again, then it would be, just a little boring. And the worst case scenario, in my opinion, would be if this was just a reskin Bilge Rat where there is just one voyage that's come out, and effectively that's all there is, which would be very, very dry. I mean, the content for the next, few months, this entire season, would be very, very dry, with one voyage, not really any new ways to play. It wouldn't really bring any old players back, and it would probably make the game quite stale. I don't think the game wants to be in a period like it was about a year or 2 years ago, where it was completely stale for a while and people wondering if it was dead. So I do think this update could completely make or break the next kind of year in Sea of Thieves. I really hope it makes it, because I think this is a very, very good game. I think it's a very enjoyable game, as everyone watching hopefully does. But that is really it with the update. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of cosmetics coming out. I'm very excited for that. If they are stealth or smuggling focused, I think that'll be very, very cool. But that's honestly all there really is to say. We're probably going to get more information in the coming weeks, which I'll update you guys on when that gets released. But anyway, that's all for now in today's video on this update. So thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.